Well, hello, and it's good to see you again. Good to have you with us. Some believers believe that when Christ returns and ushers in the millennium, that alongside believers with glorified resurrection bodies that will never die, there will be unbelievers who also remain on earth at that time. In other words, mortals and immortals will mingle freely on the earth. And though evil will be suppressed, sinful offspring, because remember we are all born in sin, will be born to mortals over this 1,000-year millennium period. But this seems far-fetched, to put it mildly. How can perfect saints in glorified bodies live in a sin-laden atmosphere and amid scenes of death and decay? How will sinners be able to stand in the presence of the glorified Christ when even Paul and John were completely overwhelmed by the vision of him? Paul says, I saw a light from heaven brighter than the sun. We all fell to the ground. And John says, when I saw him, I fell at his feet though dead. It is inconceivable that mingled together are some who have passed through death and will die no more, and some that are yet to die. Friends, we should be clear. There will be no sinners in the millennium. 2 Thessalonians 2:8 says that all who do not know God or obey the gospel will be destroyed by the brightness of Christ's coming. And Revelation 19:21 that the rest of them were killed with the sword that came out of the mouth of the rider on the horse. And that's Christ. The Bible is clear. When Christ comes again, he comes in flaming fire, taking vengeance on those who do not know God. They will be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and the glory of his power. They are not taken into a millennium and given a second chance to receive and believe the gospel. When Christ returns again, an end is made of sin. All sinners, everyone outside of Christ, are destroyed. The saints will possess the kingdom. The kingdom will not be left to the unregenerate. Man's days are ended. God has given man his week of days, the 6 days, if you like, or approximately 6,000 years that man has been on the earth. But this day, the millennium, is God's day, the 7th day, the 1,000 years of rest from Satan and sin and sinners, before his final judgment and the ushering in of eternity. It will indeed be a Christian millennium, for none but Christians inherit the earth in this millennial age. The ungodly, those who do not follow Christ, will be destroyed by the coming of Christ and await, at the end of the 1,000 years, the great white throne judgment. I will say more next time.